The variable x and y are related by the equation y equal to px squared plus qx, such that p and q are constant. The diagram on the right shows the part of the line of best fit obtained by plotting the graph of y over x against x. Okay, for the first part, we want to convert the equation y equal to px squared plus qx to the linear form. Means that we want to reduce this to y equal to mx plus c. So how do I deduce this equation? So first I'm going to observe the given graph. So you will notice that this is y over x. It means that the big Y here is actually y over x. And now for the horizontal axis is x, so the big X still x. So what I'm going to do now is divide the whole equation by x so that I will be able to get y over x. So divide the whole equation by x. So this will equal to y over x, and this will equal to px, and this will equal to q. Okay, so this is actually the answer for part A. Okay, now let's go to part B. Find the value of P and Q. So when you refer to this equation, you know that the P is actually the gradient of the graph, right? So P is actually equal to the gradient of this graph. So how do we find the gradient? Gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So how do I know which one's y2? It's actually totally up to you. You can take 5 minus 3 and then divide it by 1 minus 9. Or you can do it another way, 3 minus 5 divided by 9 minus 1. Okay, let me take 5 minus 3. If I take 5 minus 3, for the x part, I need to follow the sequence 1 minus 9. Okay, so P is actually equal to, this is 2, and this is negative 8. So P is equal to negative 1 over 4. Or you can write in decimal, negative 0.25. Okay, now I know the value of P, which is equal to negative 1 over 4. So I'm going to plug in here. Y over x is equal to negative 1 over 4 times x plus q. Okay, so next step, we want to find the q. This one you have to be more careful. So you can use this point or this point to help you to get the value of q. But remember, so this is actually x, okay? This is actually not y. This is y over x. Okay, vertical axis is y over x. So same thing here. This is x, horizontal axis, and this is y over x, vertical axis. So let's say I use this point at point 1, 5. Now, so some students might do it this way, which is not correct. So because normally we will assume that this is x, this is y, right? So when we see y over x, we will do it this way. Y over x, y over x, and equal to negative 1 over 4 x plus q. Okay, if you do it this way, it's actually not correct. Okay, this is, but in this situation, if you are using this point, you still get the correct answer, but it's actually wrong concept. Okay. Now, at point 1, 5. So remember, this is x, this is y over x. Okay, so y over x is equal to 5, not 5 over 1. But here is just coincidence. If you do it, you take 5, this is the correct one. So if you do it 5 over 1, you still get the same answer because this is 1. If you use this one, let's say if you are using this point to help to get the q, this is, if you take 3 over 9, let's say this is, you assume that this is, you thought that this is y, this is x, you take 3 over 9. Now then you will get the wrong answer. Okay, so be careful. Look at the axis given here. So if this is y over x, the value at the back here is actually y over x. Okay, so y over x is equal to this. is equal to negative 1 over 4 times x plus q. Okay, so this is 5. 5 is equal to negative 1 over 4 plus q. So q is equal to 5 plus 1 over 4, which is equal to 5 and 1 over 4. Or you can write 5.25. Okay, so this is the answer for P and Q. Let's say if you want to use this point to help you to get the Q, you also get the same answer. So let's say at point, let me show you here, at point 9, comma Q. So be careful. If you do it this way, 3 over 9 is equal to negative 1 over 4x plus Q. This is not correct. Okay. This is x. This is y over x. Okay, now refer back this one. Y over x, which is equal to 3, is equal to negative 1 over 4x plus q. Okay, so 3 is equal to, so this is negative 9 over 4 plus q. You can press your calculator. Q is equal to 3 plus 9 over 4. You will still getting the same answer, which is equal to 5 and 1 over 4. Okay, so you can use this point or this point. Both will give you exactly the same answer if you do it correctly. Let's try one more question. The diagram on the right shows part of the line of best fit of y over x against x, given y is equal to 5x minus 3x squared. We want to find the value of k and h. So same thing. So how do I reduce it to a linear form? I need to observe the given graph here. Y over x. Then I know what I'm going to do. So divide the whole equation by x so that I will be able to get y over x. Divided by x. Divided by x. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange this nicely into the form of y equal to mx plus c. Okay, y equal to mx plus c. From here I know that the gradient is actually negative 5 and the vertical axis intercept is equal to 5. If I extend the line here will be 5. Okay. Now the question is asking us to find the value of k and h. Let me find h first. So same thing. This is x. How do I know? Here. This is not y, but y over x. Same thing here. This is y over x, and this is x. Always observe the vertical axis and horizontal axis. At point h comma 3, y over x is equal to 3. So remember 3, not 3 over h. Okay, it's equal to negative 3x plus 5. Okay, so 3h, bring this negative 3h to the left, it becomes positive 3h. Is equal to 5 minus 3. So 3h is equal to 2, h is equal to 2 over 3. Okay, this is the value of h. Now let's find the value of k. At point 2 comma k. Against, this is x. This is not y, but y over x. Okay, y over x is equal to negative 3x plus 5. So k is equal to negative 6 plus 5. K is equal to negative 1. Okay, so this is the value of h and k.